5회 영어 듣기 말하기 모의고사 1번부터 17번까지는 듣고 답하는 문제입니다. 1번부터 15번까지는 한 번만 들려주고 16번부터 17번까지는 두 번 들려줍니다. 방송을 잘 듣고 답을 하기 바랍니다. 1번 대화를 듣고 여자의 마지막 말에 대한 남자의 응답으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
My computer is running very slowly. It takes a long time to open files.
Try running an antivirus program. My computer was the same way, but that really helped.
That's a good idea. But how should I do it?
(2번) 대화를 듣고 남자의 마지막 말에 대한 여자의 응답으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
This is great weather for a baseball game.
It sure is. I think the Bears are going to win today.
What makes you say that? They've been losing recently.
(3번) 다음을 듣고 남자가 하는 말의 목적으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Good morning, students. I'd like to make an announcement about the cafeteria on the first floor of the Student Union building. As you may have heard, the cafeteria is due to undergo renovations beginning next week. That means that starting Monday, the cafeteria will be shut down until the end of the semester. But don't worry, because a temporary cafeteria will be opened on the third floor until the renovations have been completed. As you know, the third floor is home to the bulletin boards for accommodation and part-time jobs. After some discussion, we've decided that those boards are going to stay where they are. That's all for now. Thank you for your attention.
(4번) 대화를 듣고 두 사람이 하는 말의 주제로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Do you have a favorite subject in school?
Yes, I like history the best. I think it's really fascinating.
Really? Don't you get bored memorizing all of those dates and names?
That's not what history's about. It's about the important events of the human race.
What do you mean by that?
For example, World War II showed us how too much power can be dangerous, and other wars inspired us to protect freedom.
That's true, but I'm not very interested in wars.
Well, what about the sinking of the Titanic? It helped us to improve safety for ships all around the world.
I guess we can learn a lot from the past.
Exactly. The things that happened in the past still affect us today.
(5번) 대화를 듣고 두 사람의 관계를 가장 잘 나타낸 것을 고르시오.
Excuse me, may I ask you some questions about today's show?
Sure. Which magazine are you with?
I'm not with any. I'm a trainee member of your PR team.
Ah, yes, I remember you. Go ahead.
Okay. First question. What's the theme for your collection?
The theme is strength. That's why I've used strong fabrics like leather.
I see. And are you excited to have this year's top supermodel taking part?
You mean Francesca Romano? Yes, I'm delighted she's modeling my collection.
And finally, there's a rumor that this is your final collection. Is that true?
Not at all. I'm passionate about fashion, so I will design clothes forever.
Thank you for your time.
(6번) 대화를 듣고 그림에서 대화의 내용과 일치하지 않는 것을 고르시오.
Working as a security guard is boring. See? Even the lady at the information desk is always wearing the same jacket and hat.
Yes, but the people are always different. I mean, do you see that lady there pulling her luggage?
Yes, I see her.
Look at her dog. It's wearing glasses. You don't see that every day.
Well, not every day.
Also, that man at the information desk is wearing a very unique shirt. It has a skull on it.
I'm starting to see your point.
And there are two people arguing with each other in line behind him.
You know, you're right.
(7번) 대화를 듣고 여자가 할 일로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
All right. If you're ready, I'll show you how to use this piece of gym equipment.
I'm ready.
Okay. First, sit down on the seat and then select the correct weight.
What do you think is a correct weight for a beginner?
Around 12 kilograms would be good for you.
And how many repetitions should I do?
Do 10 repetitions. Take a break, and then do 10 more.
Okay. Can you demonstrate for me?
Sure. You use it like this. Up, down, up, down.
I see. Could I try it with you watching me so that you can check if I'm doing it right?
Okay. But before you can use this machine, you need to warm up by doing some stretches.
(8번) 대화를 듣고 남자가 여자에게 부탁한 일로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Hi, Daniel. What are you doing?
Hey, Paula. I'm just looking for a part-time job.
You're looking online?
Sure. There are plenty of websites where employers post vacancies.
I see. So what kinds of jobs are available?
Well, there are mostly jobs such as waiting tables.
Have you applied for any of them?
No, there's a problem. Most of the employers want someone over the age of 19.
Oh, that's a shame. Hey, wait a minute. My uncle is opening a sandwich shop at the mall next week. Perhaps he'll need some help.
That'd be great. Could you call him up and ask him if he's looking for a worker?
No problem at all. I'd be happy to help.
(9번) 대화를 듣고 여자의 의견으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Let's get some snacks for our study group later.
Sure, but let's be careful about the snacks we buy. Many of them have nasty additives.
Additives? You mean like salt and sugar?
No, chemicals that keep food from going bad and artificial colors.
What's so bad about them?
They can be really harmful for your body if you eat them over a long period of time.
Oh, I remember hearing some food dyes can give you cancer.
Well, that's not 100% certain, but they can be dangerous.
I know, but unfortunately there are very few foods without artificial additives these days.
(10번) 대화를 듣고 여자가 지불할 총 금액을 고르시오.
How can I help you?
I want to talk with my friend over the internet, but I don't have the necessary equipment.
Well, first you need a headset.
You mean a set of headphones that comes with a small microphone?
Right.
Okay, how much is one of those?
Our standard model is $20 and our best model is $55. Which one do you want?
The standard one, please. Do you stock webcams too?
Yes, we have everything from this simple $15 one to this $40 model.
Well, since it's just for chatting, I'll take the basic one.
Okay. Anything else? Our USB memory sticks are on sale for just $10.
No, that's everything.
(11번) 노먼 커즌스에 관한 다음 내용을 듣고 일치하지 않는 것을 고르시오.
Sometimes laughter really is the best medicine. In 1964, a writer named Norman Cousins was diagnosed with an incurable disease. The disease caused swelling in the joints and made moving the body difficult and very painful. His doctor predicted that the disease would eventually leave him unable to move. While Cousins was using modern medical treatment, he also looked for alternative medicine. He decided to focus on getting rid of negative emotions. He developed a laugh therapy program for himself. This involved surrounding himself with humorous books, movies, and other situations that would create positive emotions. Using this therapy, he was able to start working again after only a few months and was fully recovered within a few years.
(12번) 다음 표를 보면서 대화를 듣고 여자가 지불할 총 금액을 고르시오.
Welcome to Ocean Fantasy. How many tickets would you like?
One adult's ticket and 2 children's tickets, please.
All right. May I ask how old your children are?
My daughter's 12, but my son's 15.
In that case, you'll need to pay for 2 adults and 1 child.
That sounds expensive. How much is it going to be?
Well, you're in luck. It's just before midday, so you can get early bird tickets. They're much cheaper than regular ones.
Good. I'm glad we arrived when we did.
One more question. Are you a fantasy card holder?
Wait a minute. Yes, I am. Here's my card.
Thank you. This card entitles you to a 10% discount.
That's good news. Here's the money for the tickets.
(13번) 대화를 듣고 남자의 마지막 말에 대한 여자의 응답으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Melissa. I live downstairs.
Nice to meet you, Melissa.
Well, I'm here to complain.
Oh, really? What about?
The noise coming through my ceiling from your apartment is too much.
I'm sorry. My family has invited some guests over for a small party. It'll be over before long.
The worst part is that I can hear children jumping around and laughing loudly right above my bedroom.
I'm very sorry about that. I'll keep them quiet.
(14번) 대화를 듣고 여자의 마지막 말에 대한 남자의 응답으로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Bob, how was your vacation?
It was pretty good. I got to do many things on my to-do list.
Like what? I'm eager to hear about it.
I'd always wanted to see the Alps, so I did.
Wow, that must have been fun.
It was. And I visited my grandparents, whom I haven't seen for a long time.
Yeah, aren't they somewhere in Europe?
They live in France. I spent about 2 weeks at their vineyard.
That's fantastic.
I got a chance to taste some of the finest wines.
Wow, you have to tell me more later because I have to run now.
(15번) 다음 상황 설명을 듣고 어머니가 제인에게 할 말로 가장 적절한 것을 고르시오.
Jane is at home on a Monday afternoon, talking to her mother about her day at school. She explains that in the morning, there was a fundraising event. The teachers and students collected donations for UNICEF to help children in Africa. Having spent most of her allowance during the weekend, and not having much money in her pocket that day, Jane donated only $1. Now she feels regretful for not having donated more. She tells her mother that she feels guilty enjoying delicious snacks when there are children in Africa who are starving. In this situation, What would Jane's mother most likely say to Jane?
(16번부터 17번까지는 2번 들려줍니다. 16번과 17번 다음을 듣고 물음에 답하시오.
While pets may be great companions, an airline trip with them can be difficult. Before you travel, carefully check your airline's regulations regarding pets, as policies vary among airlines. Pets less than 2 months old are usually not allowed, and you may need proof from your veterinarian that your pet is healthy enough to travel. All animals are required to be transported in a pet carrier, which is usually stored under the plane with the luggage. The carriers must be labeled clearly with your contact information and the pet's photo. They should be lined with a towel on the bottom. Carriers should be at least 3 times as large as the animal to allow for movement during the trip. Additionally, it's important to leave pet carriers unlocked so that they can be accessed if an emergency arises. For those of you who are traveling internationally, be sure that your pet receives the proper vaccinations required by that country. Planning ahead can ensure the safety and comfort of your pet.
다시 한번 듣겠습니다.
While pets may be great companions, an airline trip with them can be difficult. Before you travel, carefully check your airline's regulations regarding pets, as policies vary among airlines. Pets less than 2 months old are usually not allowed, and you may need proof from your veterinarian that your pet is healthy enough to travel. All animals are required to be transported in a pet carrier, which is usually stored under the plane with the luggage. The carriers must be labeled clearly with your contact information and the pet's photo. They should be lined with a towel on the bottom. Carriers should be at least 3 times as large as the animal to allow for movement during the trip. Additionally, it's important to leave pet carriers unlocked so that they can be accessed if an emergency arises. For those of you who are traveling internationally, be sure that your pet receives the proper vaccinations required by that country. Planning ahead can ensure the safety and comfort of your pet.
16번 남자가 하는 말의 목적으로 가장 적절한 것은 (17번) 애완동물 보관함에 대한 규정 내용과 일치하지 않는 것은